Oh, hi. Okay, so here's what happened. I didn't get much video of the rear suspension because it was getting kind of late in the day and I was supposed to go pick up my truck from get my wheels polished. But as soon as we were about to get finished, my guy texted me and said, hey, I'm having some trouble with the wheels. I'm not going to be able to finish it today. Can you come pick it up tomorrow? So okay, well, I guess, I can't really pick up my truck with my wheels half polished. And we were already pretty much done with Manny's truck, so I didn't get that much video. And I didn't want to get video of the alignment because there was really not much entertainment in that. But all we did was cut the rivets off for the front hangers and replaced it with the new ones, new hardware that the kit came with. Replaced the rear shackle and then added the pinion angle shim. I got just a little bit of a clip before we left that day, but like I said, I was in a hurry because I thought we were going to go pick up my truck, but it ended up not happening. So now as I'm filming this video, it's been about 2 weeks, and I think here soon we're going to be just going to an empty parking lot, doing a few rolling shots and ending the video there. So that's what happened. That's why you didn't get that much video on the rear. I got a few short clips of stuff like what we did, so I'll put that here in the video, or I already put it in the video. And then yeah, that's gonna be it. It was just a basic 2.4 drop. Changed the whole front suspension because it has, as you saw, 225,000 miles. And yeah, that was it. That was the big major step. He wanted to do that for a long time, so we'll see what he wants to do next. So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today what we finally got going on is I'm working on my truck. I'm going to be taking my headliner out, or at least attempting to. I'm going to reupholster it. As you've seen in some of my old videos, the headliner is starting to fall down in some places and it's pretty dirty. I got my new fabric back there. I got some burgundy and some black suede. The black suede is what's going on the headliner. I don't want to do any burgundy on it, but the burgundy is going to be later on for on the dash. I want to use some of that burgundy on the dash, and I got some burgundy like waxed stitching. It's like a string that I want to try to use in the dash. But today, what I mainly want to be focusing on is trying to get that headliner out and getting all the old foam and fabric off. And then I'll go and wrap the new suede on it. But I was kind of debating whether or not to do it because it's 95 degrees outside and it's supposed to be a heat index of like 105 or 110, something like that. So yeah, as you can see, I'm already sweating. I've only been out here like 10 minutes. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Let's see how this goes. I've never upholstered anything. The only attempt I ever had on trying to upholster something was on my door trim panels. Let me see if I can show you guys real quick. I did have some like vinyl that I tried to wrap it in. Let's see. I tried to wrap this part in here and then this bottom section in some like black vinyl. And it really didn't work out that well. So I never ended up leaving it in the truck. But right now I don't want to worry about the door panels. I'm gonna leave that for another day. Today I mainly want to focus on my headliner. So yeah, the pieces of trim that's in there, what I want to do is I'm probably going to paint them black and probably spray paint them red, paint them black and then spray paint the red, kind of like what I did with my cluster. And then from my headliner, I'm probably going to be working down on the front, like start wrapping the A-pillar trims and then start working my way into the dash. So yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna get my camera set up here and I'm gonna start tearing down the interior and try to get the headliner out. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, so first thing I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on the front and work on getting the center console out and the visors. So that'll probably be the first task, and then I'll work on removing the B-pillar trims, and then I don't think I'll have to remove the back. And then the rear's got some pins that hold it up to the back, so I've got the tool for that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're Torx for the sun visors, and I think it's a Phillips for the center console. So yeah, let's go back in there and try to get this out. Okay, I think I got pretty much everything loosened up. I just gotta figure out a strategy how to get it out. I think what I'm gonna do is lower both the driver and passenger seats down, and then kind of, I guess I'm gonna try to go out the passenger side front door, since that'll be probably the biggest area I can go out. I don't think it'll fit through the back doors. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, so before this can get out anywhere, you're gonna have to disconnect all this wiring harness. You probably won't have these like I do, because this is from some of the accessories that I have, but you're gonna have to chase it all the way down through the A-pillar and down, and I believe it's plugged in here or somewhere on the bottom over here. So I gotta find out where it plugs in, and then I'll get back with you guys. Okay, so upon further inspection, it's actually 2 plugs. So these 2 plugs you're gonna have to disconnect from this box right here. So after you get these disconnected, you just gotta chase them up and feed them out through the A-pillar. Okay, so I went around, checked to make sure there was no more electrical connections that I needed to disconnect in the back. I think I got everything. Now that was the easy part. Now the hard part is going to be trying to fold this thing and get it out of this door opening. So hopefully I don't tear it up too bad.
A few moments later.
I forgot one more, the third brake light. Okay, now we can try to get it out. Alright, so now that I got my headliner out, I'm going to be ready to start pulling off the fabric and to start scraping off the foam. You got to scrape off the foam with a metal wire brush before you're able to spray your contact adhesive, otherwise it's not going to stick very well. So that's going to be the next step for now, is pulling off this old fabric and trying to scrape off the foam. So yeah, I'm going to set up the camera here and start pulling everything apart. As you saw, I had to kind of fold it pretty bad in order to get it out, but it came out. The only big crease that I got whenever I was trying to get it out was right up in here, but it didn't get that bad, and almost looks like it wasn't even there if you massage it a little bit, but it's going to be replaced with new fabric. So you can see how the places that it was starting to here was starting to come off. The back of it was pretty dirty. It's mostly this side that was coming up. So it's out. I think that was the hard part. That and getting it back in is going to be the harder part. So now I think what I'm going to be ready to do now is get that last handle out, because it's held in by like two little like shims, I guess you could say. Just got to slide these over to let it off. So that's all I got left to do now. I got to start taking the fabric off.
Later that same evening.
I got all my foam off. I used the metal wire brush to get everything off. There's that old tan fabric. In that box right there is my new black suede that I'm going to be wrapping it in. So now that this is ready, I'm ready to start spraying the contact adhesive. But before that, I'm going to lay the new fabric out and kind of get it cut the size. And then what you do is you take half the fabric, fold it over, spray the contact adhesive on the fabric and on the headliner board, and then you roll half of it, and then you kind of smooth it out with your hand, and then you roll the back half of it over and you spray that side, and you do it half at a time. And just take your time on this process, because you really want it to lay down pretty good. So I'm gonna break out my new suede and I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. All right, so here's my new fabric. It's already got foam on the back of it. It's made for a headliner and it's pretty good. I got it already kind of laid out. I'm gonna cut it to size, and then I'm gonna start spraying down my contact adhesive and getting it ready to glue on. But it's pretty good. I like it. I kind of have an idea what I want to do next around, like where the center console is going to go. So I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, but I guess if I do it, it's going to make it into this video. So I'm going to use these little makeshift covers to cover the suede side of the headliner fabric. That way when I spray my contact adhesive, it doesn't get any adhesive on it. Alright, I got half of it wrapped already. I think the only flaw I had was like in here. You can kind of see where I was stretching it. This was the hardest to form for some reason. I got this side okay. This side came out pretty good. It's hard to tell in this light. But this side came out pretty good. This corner, all that was fine. It was just these corners that were hard to form. I redid that one and I think I like it a little bit better. It'll be all the way up in the front, so you'll hardly be able to tell, but half of it's done. Now I'm ready to move on to the back half, so that should be easier. right, so I'm pretty much almost done. I just gotta wait for one more spot to tack up so I can fold it over. But it's all pretty much done. I mean, I got it formed. There's just like one couple of spots that I'm not too happy with, and I couldn't go back and redo it. But I mean, you could hardly tell. And like I said, I've never done this before, so for me, I'm pretty happy the way it came out. So as soon as that one spot tacks up, I'll flip it back over here in a second and show y'all what it looks like. I'm really happy the way it came out. I'm not going to claim it's perfect because, like I said, I'm never done this before. The two places I had problems with is up in this corner in the front and over here. You can kind of see a little bit of the stretch marks, and you probably can't tell, but there's some places where the fabric didn't stick that well because there wasn't enough adhesive on it. But either way, I'm really happy the way it turned out. I'm gonna go ahead and try to stick it into the truck today and then let that set overnight. And then I'm not gonna put the console and all that stuff in first yet because it's still gonna be tan, and I want to spray paint them black so it kind of matches and it's not that off. So I'll probably spray paint those tomorrow. But for now, I think I'm done for the day. I've been at it for a couple hours, so I'm gonna just throw this in the truck and then I'll pick this back up tomorrow and start painting all the interior pieces I have in there that go on the headliner. In the truck, ran all my wires where I need to. I need to put my third brake light back on because one wire comes through that. And like I said, I'm not putting in any of those pieces because it would look weird to have that color on the black suede. Tucking my wires back in for my rear view camera and for my alarm, some power wires. Gonna tuck those back in, and then that'll be it for today. Tomorrow I'll pick it back up, like I said, for that piece and then my dome light, and then I gotta start wrapping the visors. I gotta take these apart and start wrapping them. So I think that one's gonna be a little bit more of a challenge, so we'll see how that comes out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here and we'll pick this back up tomorrow. Got my conchas holding it up for now. So all right guys, see you.